Dad, I'm bored.
Well, it's half term, you know, what do you expect? How about going fishing for 3 days? Staying in a shepherd's hut, catfish and carp fishing.
Oh, yeah. Also, I'd like to catch a tench as well, so hopefully we can do that.
Catfish, carp and tench fishing.
Yeah.
Let's do it! You can safely say you cannot get any more in there. Oh my good golly gosh. That is absolutely chock-a-block. So what we're going to do is we're going to make another video after this one on how to go carp fishing and travel light. Okay, so remember to click like and subscribe for this video and you'll get notifications when the next one comes out as well. And we've got some other cool stuff from Mexico and an amazing lineup of videos for you, so please click like and subscribe. You hungry, Isaac?
Yeah, very.
What do you want?
Whatever's there.
Should we go and get breakfast?
Yeah.
Yeah. First breakfast on our fishing holiday. Look at that. Not bad. Isaac's has gone for hash brown and a bit of toast.
Dude, look at that. This is massive.
It is massive. I'm going to eat it all. Whoa. Absolutely stuffed. So although the price has gone up a little bit, that's still amazing value for money. £10.99 for both food and have an awesome breakfast. And now we're both stuffed. Well, that's breakfast. We've been fed and watered. Let's get back on the road. We've got about 2.5 hours drive now to Wood Fisheries. See you there. So finally, here we are at Springwood Fisheries. And yeah, it looks quite nice. It's our little shepherd's hut. I'm just going to show you inside. Very, very tiny, very quaint. Got a double bed there. And there's no mattress up there, which is probably why they only let 2 people sleep in here. Got a nice little sink area. I think there's a fridge. Yep. Oh, look, we've got a fridge. Put all our food in. A little plating area. Somewhere to cook. A microwave down there. And that's a little ensuite shower and bathroom. Toilet and shower, rather. It's not bad. I wanted a telly. I didn't know we had a telly. Wood burning stove. Wow, it's going to be cosy in here. Or £70 a night. Not bad, eh? Not bad. Oh, Isaac's setting up his leader float rod. We're now fishing on lake number 3. Isaac was so excited, he just couldn't settle. We started fishing on Spring Lake, and then we moved to the middle lake, which is called Long Lake, and then we ended up on Top Lake, or Top Pool, whatever it's called. He's so excited, but then that's all part and parcel of being on holiday. Oh, look at the little baby geese. There's a proud mama there. What? I think I've made some new friends. Little babies, right up close. There's my rod, and there's the babies. There's the proud mama. There's daddy. And 3 little babies. That's so cute. And there's my baby over there. Some nice fajitas on the go. Or tortillas, whatever you want to call them. Oh, they've got a smoky topping on them, Isaac. They really smell lovely.
Yeah.
How many of these are you going to eat?
Oh, I don't know, a couple probably.
Couple.
But they have a smoky topping.
Yeah.
What topping?
Smoky topping.
Is that not the sauce then? Is the smoky topping not the sauce?
Yeah.
Whatever
Nice
it
steaming.
is, it smells really nice.
Nice steaming fajitas. Fajita!
Are you talking to the YouTube?
It's a fajita, it's in your hand. Them sizzling. Hey, we're going to eat like kings on this fishing holiday trip, Isaac.
Yeah.
Like kings. Dinner, cooking up a storm. Here's Isaac over there on his switch, We've both got to share that bed, but it's quite a good sized bed. I'd say it was, yeah, maybe a king size. All right, mate, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all right. And earlier when we went fishing, I had this one bite. I didn't even see a bite, and I was just reeling it in, and the carp had it while I was reeling it in.
No, was it Top Lake, wasn't it?
It was top
Top Lake.
and I lost it.
No, he lost it. Oh well, never mind. We'll try again later. So yeah, so here's our little, that's the view outside the door. We've got a nice little bit of decking and seating area, but unfortunately it's been raining, so we can't sit outside tonight. And the other cabins are all over there. They're larger cabins that you can hire if you want to, but there's a fence you can see in the distance there. Top Lake is just up there, and then just the other side of that fence, but down a little bit, is called Long Lake, or Long Pond or whatever. And then down a little bit more is quite a big lake, and then right down, right over the far side in the right hand corner is a lake called Beech Lake. And this is where we're going to be fishing for the next 3 days, so stay tuned and we'll let you know how we get on. Score out of 10?
10.
Oh, very nice.
Oh.
Wow, right, so good. Oh, this is cosy, isn't it, eh?
Yeah.
Sitting here eating a few nerds for pudding. Certainly snug, this place, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay. Hey, £1.49. Which isn't actually that bad for sweet. Quite a lot of blue.
It says serving size, 1 tablespoonful, 13 grams, it's 50 calories. So how many's in here? £141 grams. Gosh, that's meant to be 10 servings in there. That box is meant to be for 10 people.
Ah. They're not bad, are they? It tastes good. This is my little pet fish, Skidder. And this, actually I don't know what its name is, but I've got a little arowana. And Skid is a bream, little silver bream.
Hey, you're stealing my nerds.
So that evening we decided to go fishing in Spring Lake, and Isaac hooked into a 19.7 pound carp. We were so unprepared we didn't even get a video of it or any photos of the actual fish. We just had to make sure we got it back in the water safely. Then the next morning we decided to fish back in the same lake, and Isaac started it off with this nice catfish. Again, we didn't get a chance to video it.
Look at this one. No, hold him up. You got to hold up the fish. Don't let him drop down the bank when you hold him, will you?
God, I can't pick it up.
That is massive, Isaac. Get your hand right under his head.
Get it underneath. I can't hold him. Dad, I can't.
So this was the first time we'd ever been catfish fishing, and we didn't really know what to expect. Not only has Isaac caught his first and second ever catfish, this second one topped the scales at just over 14 pounds. Then I hooked into this little tiddler.
So here we are at Springwood Fisheries. Now I don't know what swim this is called, but it's the one we're just to the right, one swim to the right of the aerator. Now there's a bit of a problem here. If you cast anywhere between there and there, there's a big log straight across the middle of the lake. I've lost 3 rigs so far casting out that way. It's okay if you cast sort of just a third of the way across the lake, but I've been snagged and snagged, and Isaac's sort of cast in sort of around about here, but about halfway out, and he's had so far how many Wales catfish? Two Wales catfish,
And a carp.
and last night he had a 19.7 pound carp. That's his PB, and that was probably casting somewhere around here as well. It was dark, so I couldn't really see where he was casting. But yeah, it was. It's not been too bad so far. I caught a little baby catfish, which I'll show you the photograph later.
It was so cute.
Yeah, smallest catfish ever. And Isaac's had a monster, 14.4 pound, I think, was the biggest, and the other one we didn't bother weighing. But yeah, so far so good. And it's pouring with rain, but we're kind of staying dry under the bivvy. Yeah, look, I'll show you the bivvy. Not the bivvy, the umbrella. There we are, there's Isaac sat under there, just about keeping our head dry, but our legs getting wet. Oh, it's falling over as well. I'll have to straighten that up.
Yeah, so it's like the catfish and that. It's just, I caught it so quick. It was like 2, 3, 4 minutes on the cast, and it just went.
So the one I caught, I cast, what, about 3-4 foot from the corner of that island. On it?
2 foot.
2 foot from the island. It's like the world's babiest carp ever.
Catfish.
Catfish and carp and catfish. So we're catching carp at night and catfish in the day, and I thought it was the other way around. Catfish at night, carp during the day. But hey ho, we're in Sussex. So this place, Springwood Fisheries, is probably about 30-40 miles north of Hastings, so it's quite a drive, and you go down some seriously narrow country roads. Didn't think it was ever going to get here yesterday, did you, Isaac?
Not really.
It was yeah, down one country lane after another, but here we are. Look, managed to shore up the umbrella. I keep calling it a bivvy, but it's not. It's a little umbrella shelter. It's got these nice little sides that slip down. But you're meant to sort of hold it and pin it down on the ground. But when the back of the brolly, that bit there, sits on the floor, we can't get underneath the brolly because my chair's too high. So we might have to think about getting some lower fishing chairs, eh? What do you think? Yeah. So the only thing we've got to do now is we've got to get Isaac on some tench tomorrow. So we're going to go fishing in the beach pond tomorrow, or beach pool, and see if we can get onto some tench. But it is only 10 to 1, so we've still got a good 8-9 hours of fishing today. Anything could happen, so stay tuned. Hopefully we'll try and get a video of one of us catching something if we can, but it's madness when we hook into something, because we sit here for ages and then the bite alarm goes beep 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 beep, and we're like, ah! It's like mad panic, isn't it? Last night it wasn't even worth trying to video it because our rods got tangled up, they got cross lines over each other, and
I wasn't even sure if the carp I hooked was even on my line. If it was tangled round someone else's, but it was on my line.
No, and Isaac actually reeled in two fishing lines as well. That was all wrapped around his gear, and we were trying to sort all this out in the dark.
But it did turn.
But we didn't even get a photograph of that carp last night. But it was a pretty big carp.
Yeah.
It was awesome though, wasn't it?
But it's like yeah. It's like I wasn't even sure that it was on my line. There was like 2 other lines tangled around mine, and the fish was just hooked, and I was like, what line?
Yeah, maybe you kind of saved it. Maybe it spat the other hooks out.
Yeah,
and we managed to get all those hooks untangled from the fish. So that was a good thing. But yeah, apart from that, it was pretty mad last night. There was only one fish caught between the two of us. We fished till about 11:30 at night, and you were getting pretty tired, weren't you?
It's probably when they were coming on feeding though.
I don't know, it was a nice evening, but it was getting a bit chilly by about 11, 12:30. So we called it, and but no, here we are. Anyway, we'll try and get some videos of one of us reeling in a fish if we can. So stay tuned. Hope you're enjoying the video.
My dad has just hooked into this massive catfish, or maybe a massive carp. God damn. Look at it swirling that. God, if this fish is, it could be like 30 pounds.
There's some strain on this rod, mate, I tell you.
This could be like a 30-pound catfish or something. This could be the biggest fish. Yeah.
In the water. Get in. Right, it's a 27-pound catfish. My good golly gosh. It is massive. Yeah. Come on, mate. Look at the size of that. Ho, 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 ho. Look at that, it's a monster. Look at him go. Hey. So I just caught a 27-pound catfish, and I just want to show you what its mouth has done to my line. Look at that. Look.
Absolutely torn it to bits.
Absolutely shredded the line. Look. That's the abrasion on their mouths has done that, so I've got to completely retie my hair rig, because that's just going to fail, and there's a really nasty kink there. But look, it looks like there's hair stuck on the line. That is unbelievable.
I'm into a nice sized catfish, guys. Well, with Dad's rod, he was casting his other rod out, but he didn't quite get to do it before this rod's absolutely screamed. Dad, this is real big.
Oh dear.
God, look at that taking that line.
Keep the tension on. Have you still got drag on it?
Yeah, I've still got drag on.
You haven't tightened it up too much, right? Okay, good. Well done. Keep it tight.
This is a nice big cat on here, or it's a big car.
And there's the line going down there.
Come off. Come
No.
off.
Oh,
I didn't do anything wrong with that.
I know you didn't. Don't worry.
But it snapped clean. That one snapped clean that time.
Another catfish. So I've just lost about 3 catfish in a row because, and 2 of them are quite big ones, but their abrasive mouths have just cut through the wire, cut through our fishing line. So what I've had to do, I don't know if this is going to work because I don't have any metal traces. I've literally tied 2 pieces of line around the hook. 2 pieces of line, so it's pretty much doubled up all the way along with knots holding it together, and then I've got my loop that's going to finally go onto my end clip. Alright, that'll be our rig. So I'm hoping that will give me double chance when their faces scrape through the, the line.
Nice sized fish, this is.
Oh, right. Let's take some drag off. Come over here, Isaac, into the middle. Don't worry about that. Let me see where you are. Right, I'm going to bring my rod in. Oh, Isaac's into a good one.
Big cat.
Big cat.
Really big cat.
I've certainly been seeing some action here today, that's for sure.
Really big cat. really, really, really good cat.
There's a bend in that rod, look.
It's playing really well.
So doubling up the line on the hook length has definitely paid off
See it?
because Isaac is into a seriously good cat.
Because I don't know.
There it
I
is.
can't see the fish yet. It's not really
Nice. There's his line.
I hope I hooked it in the corner. I really do.
Yeah, me too. And little sausages, isn't they? Oh, you hear that? You hear the ratchet going?
God, they're tearing my arms off.
This could be bigger than the last one, Isaac.
I think it might be. I think it damn might be. It's a lot bigger than this.
14.4 pound is his PB, everyone.
For
That's what he had earlier
For
today.
a catfish, though.
For a catfish, yeah. It's definitely a cat.
Definitely, it's got to be a
Because it
cat.
hasn't showed on the surface at all, which carp normally do. So it's hugging the bottom, isn't it?
Oh, we've got to come here again. You've got to pay and come back to this lake and go in this same swim to carp, to catfish.
You're getting it in. Come on, you can do it.
It's kind of slowly but surely coming in.
There's the line. Oh, a ratchet's going again. He's running.
So when we were here last night, I kept casting out towards the island with PVA bags full of halibut pellets and stuff, which is what's attracting in the cat today.
And I'm caught up in your line.
No, you're not. You might have just bumped it, but you're okay.
So
Next
it's
catfish.
my biggest catfish.
Oh my gosh! 20.13 pound.
Okay, let me have a picture.
So I had to drop the camera whilst Isaac was reeling in his fish because I actually hooked into a large catfish too, but it took me into a snag. So after all that hard work reeling in that supersized catfish, Isaac deserved a decent dinner.
Isaac, what is that gooey mess you've got there?
Don't ask me. It's something that we bought for £1. It's a pizza you're supposed to eat, and it looks like a piece of rubber. God, I can't even cut it. It's literally a piece of rubber.
It's jelly. It's jelly, isn't it? Jelly sweet. I think you're just meant to eat it separate, not actually make it up into a pizza.
No, you are.
I'll get you a sharper knife, shall I?
This
So it's
way.
blowing an absolute hoolie outside tonight, so we're not going to be fishing, and I don't fancy cooking, so we're going to go find a pub and have a nice dinner. Fish and chips and a steak or something, yeah? Let's go. Fishing Beach Lake today. Beach Lake because the beech trees all the way around the perimeter. Isaac's over there getting stuck in trees and all sorts of stuff. He just can't settle today, walking from one swim to the other. Just not interested in fishing properly at all. Yeah, it's my first ever tench. I caught that. Isaac's just dehooked it for me. It was a last minute thing. We were just about to go, and yeah, hooked him round in the face there, didn't I?
It was in there.
Just there, and then he snagged himself again, flapping around in the net. But there you go, nice little tench.
Look at his bright red eyes. It's so cute.
Yay. Oh, Isaac's into a nice tench.
Oh, let's go, buddy. Just down here in the margin, buddy. Oh, he's big. He's actually quite a nice net now.
There, I've got the net.
Get it ready.
Bring it round this way.
Oh, yeah. 'Cause
Net's all ready to rock and roll, mate. The net's all ready to rock
oh,
and
look at
roll.
the size of him. Oh, get him in, get him in.
Yes!
Tench.
We got in.
I got a 10. That's just me, sorry. God, he's a nice fish.
Come and get there.
He's a good.
Oh, it's awkward doing this with a camera as well. Right, go then. Take it up top. Well done, mate. That's a 1 tench each, eh?
So
Oh, look at him flapping.
PV,
Yeah.
and a PV for you, and a PV for me, and another fish.
Yep.
Are you ready to swim or not?
Is that a bit heavy? Right, we're just going to release the tench.
Oh, the second
Yeah,
fish.
beautiful. Right, let's get him in there. Right, he's okay. Come on, Tenchy.
Should be.
There he goes. Off he goes. Yeah, not bad. So we've been here all day on this lake. It's 6 o'clock now, 6 p.m. And well, in this lake there's supposed to be catfish, carp, grass carp, tench, rudd, roach. We've seen shoals of rudd and roach going around, but we've not had we've not had anything until recently, and I've just had 2 tench. But before that, not a single bite. We've tried maggot, we've tried halibut pellets, we've tried various boilies, pop-ups, even maggots and worms, and nothing seems to be wanting to take the bait. But we switched to sweet corn in the margins and bang on 2 tench. This is the beech pool. So we had to improvise on the food because there's no pubs or restaurants or anything open around here during the week because it's so rural. So pot noodle, bit of fried chicken mixed together, and a slice of bread.
It's really nice.
Glass of vino and some squash to wash it down. Don't mind if I do. So there's a little shepherd's hut over there in the distance. Look. Alright, that's where we stayed. And yes, you just cross the field, come through that gate, and then we walk down this path. If you had a lot of gear to carry, you could get a trolley along this path, just about, but it is quite steep in places, as you'll see in a moment. It's good for tench. That one there is good for big catfish and the odd carp. And as you can see, there's a few carp on the surface. See the black shadows there? See them swimming? We think they're grass carp because they're not taking it. We've tried all sorts to catch them. They're just not taking our bait.
I'm so happy.
Right, Isaac, tell us what's just happened.
So I was just fishing over there with a controller float, trying to catch a carp because they were out by the other side where you can't access. And something come up, took it. You said strike, so I reeled, struck into it, brought it in, and realised it was a tench.
Yeah. Everything we learnt about tench is completely wrong.
Yeah.
So we have caught tench in that spot over there on sweet corn on the bottom, but in this lake the tench are feeding on the surface and on bread, and the carp are all swimming along the surface of the lake, and And yeah, and they're not, they don't seem to be taking anything. Whatever we've thrown at the carp in this lake, they're just not feeding. Pick your rod up so everyone see what a controller float is. So this is basically a big float. It's got a good size weight on it, so you can cast it out into the middle of the lake. And then Isaac's just putting a bit of bread on there, so it's like free lining a bit of bread but giving you a bit of weight to cast it out. And that's what he just caught this beautiful tench on. Let's go and get him unhooked.
Can't exactly, just needs to be unhooked.
Yeah, well done, he's unhooked. Right, get your rod out of the way. What a beautiful fish. Look at that, look at the size of that tail. Look, they're like, that's what they call them, paintbrush
Can I
tails.
get a picture with him?
Yeah.
The
Right, we're gonna
stalking
get fat.
kit work.
Isaac's trying to weigh his carp.
It's not a carp.
He's tench. 4.53 pound. Well done, mate. Nice one. Right, one of the things that we have had problems with in the past with filming videos is the sound's never been that great, and we always get a bit of wind sound. So I bought a couple of these little Bluetooth microphones. Then you get a pair of them with a transmitter from there you go. I think Isaac might have had a bite on his little float. But anyway, talking about these little microphones. So yeah, we've got a pair of these. So Isaac's going to put that one on. I've got one on, and we can see what the sound sounds like. Oh, nice and cosy in our shelter, aren't we?
Yeah, very.
So yeah, so we've got a little video microphone on here. Hopefully the sound comes out good.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed. Yeah, what a turn up for the books that was, eh? Tench feeding on bread off the surface. We kept seeing things coming up going chomp, chomp, didn't we?
But they didn't,
thinking it was the carp.
but like they only take a little bit. So I think what was lucky is that it took that bit that I had my hook. Yeah, I think it was lucky that it took the bit that had my hook in it.
All the carp that we see just lined up along the bank there,
They weren't feeding.
they're either still spawning or getting ready to spawn, I don't know, but they're certainly not feeding. We've tried everything: dog biscuits, boilies, bread on the surface, bread on the bottom, maggots, just about everything. We just can't seem to catch any carp, and there are carp in this lake, but I can't identify them. They might be grass carp, I don't know. And grass carp, they say, are hard to catch, aren't they?
Yeah,
They're
well hard. Yeah.
So it could be grass carp. On the internet then, for Springwood fisheries in this lake, it does say there's large grass carp, up to 40 odd pound, I think, in this lake. It also says there's catfish in this lake, and we fished yesterday for quite a long time in this lake with catfish, halibut pellets, worms, all sorts of stuff that catfish supposedly like. Didn't even get a bite, did we? Didn't get a knock.
Nope.
But yeah, we just got two rods out, one there in the margins. Had a couple of little taps, but nothing major. But then it's a wrong time of the day now. It's 1:45 in the afternoon, and it's not the sort of time, I don't think, that mind you, not the time that tench feed.
Well, I've just caught
They
one
just feed off the surface. That's why you can't catch them on the bottom, because they're too busy scanning the surface, pinching everyone's
God,
bread.
look at that!
Oh my
That
gosh!
was a big carp, like that. So it was a big black carp. It just crashed over in the margin. It jumped once and jumped twice.
I saw the puddles and I heard the splash, but didn't.
No, I saw it. It was
did you?
massive grey carp.
Gosh, this is just, you never got the camera facing in the right direction, have you, when you want it? Yeah, this little tent is doing all right. This tent, NGT, it's a 60-inch brolly with sides. I don't know, you can't really see that. We've got some sides, zip-on sides, and it's $29.99 off Amazon. Tend to buy quite a lot off Amazon, or Angling Direct in Southampton is another good place we tend to go and buy some of our stuff. We don't really like giving Amazon all our money, but they've kind of killed the high street shopping centres now, haven't they? Since lockdown and all that. Most people tend to buy their
Oh,
stuff off
that's
Amazon.
a bite. I got one.
Oh, look at that! He's got a little rod.
Guys, viewers, look at that! Look at that! Look at the size of the hook in its face.
That is pretty small. I might as well face the camera this way now, wouldn't I?
It's a
Let's just turn
tench or
it
something. But look at that.
Look at the size of that hook. We've got these hooks on for carp and
Tench.
yeah, I know. Ideally we should have had smaller hooks on for the tench, but we've just had carp hooks on, and that tiny little, what was it? A rod or a rope?
It was a rod like
A
that
rod.
size. It just
Yeah.
somehow bit off more than it could chew. But they don't take one maggot, but they take a whole hook full.
Yeah,
Greedy little things.
Yeah, that hook. I can't remember what size hook it is, but absolutely had maggots all the way around it. It's like when you rig up a maggot ring. Is it a maggot ring?
Clip.
Maggot clip. Yeah. So, but we're trying to entice the carp that are just below the surface, right over there in that fast swim. Well, there isn't a swim there. The bank is really, really steep. That's the last swim, and all the carp are from there all the way across to about there, and they know you can't get anywhere near them. It's inaccessible. And they just all sat there, all lined up like, well, I don't know what, lined up like dragsters waiting to start a race or something. But yeah, we can't get to them. But we have been using that controller float, casting right out over with a chunk of bread on, trying to entice them to feed. But one, it makes a big splash, and then they all sort of dart off and shoot off everywhere. But eventually they sort of bob back up again like that, like submarines. And they're all around the bread, and none of them are touching it, or they just swim straight past it. And then we decided, took the bread off, filled that hook up with tons and tons of maggots, so it sunk just below the surface, trying to gauge roughly, because these fish aren't on the surface, they're just below the surface. So we're trying to gauge that depth and have it so the float's floating on the top, and the maggot, the hook filled up with maggots is just below the surface. And they just going straight past, just dum-de-dum-de-dum, dum-de-dum-de-dum, just straight past, not having any of it.
The controller float is basically used for when the carp are surface feeding in the middle of the lake, and you can use any fake floating bait or pop-ups or bread, and you cast further than the fish, and then you reel it into them, and then they take the bait, but because they're over the far side, you can't cast further than
right,
fish.
Yeah, they're right against the bank.
And then you reel them in, and like it just scares them away because they're right at the bank, so you can't cast further than them.
That's right.
It's a chance you got to take, and then this tench come up and just took it out of nowhere.
But it was just down there, wasn't it? It wasn't right out. In the margin still, was it?
It was still in the margin, just over the far side.
Well, there you go. That's a nice tench. I hope when I edit this video, I'll get all this in the right order. We'll be talking about a tench that Isaac's just caught, and you won't see the tench until later on. So I've got to make sure that that part of the video is just before we're having this conversation. It's quite technical, this YouTubing lark, but we're getting the hang of it. So hopefully these microphones are doing the trick. And if you want to know any more details about these microphones, just drop us a message in the comments section, and I will send you the link to where we bought the microphones from. So these microphones are for the iPhone 15.
Look at him, little tench go.
No, well done, Isaac. Let's get the net behind you.
I'll be able to land this. I need someone to help me get the net out. I'll land it. I'll be able to land it. You hand me the net. You just get it on camera. It's barely hooked. Someone's going to leave the net out for me.
Well done.
Second tench for me.
Second.
So we have 2 tench each now.
We do.
Out of this venue.
Can you manage it?
I'll be able to manage.
Want me to carry him?
Yeah, can you carry him?
Yeah. Nice little baby tench. I'm not going to weigh this one.
That one way.
Quite small.
Mad that was.
There you go. Down in that little notch there.
Absolutely mad. That ran.
That. Beautifully
That
hooked.
really. That almost pulled
Look at that, Isaac. You hooked him perfect.
That almost pulled the rod in even on
He
free
did.
run. It
Look
went
at how colour. Look at the eyes. Look how bright the eyes are. Look at that.
Little tench for me again.
Hello, little tenchy.
Down in the margin this time on a bit of sweet corn.
I think we had a bite there, but I don't know if I got it or not. I don't think I have. I think I missed it. Oh no.
But it goes to show you had bites in that spot though. So if you hang on a bit, maybe it'll come back and then maybe.
I'm just going to check the bait. Check the bait.
Oh, it's come off.
So I'm just using a method lead with a short hair rig and double sweet corn with a hair rig stop on the end.
Dad, I don't think that's a tench. These are massive.
So these underwater shots have been taken using our Wolfang GA420 underwater camera from Amazon. As you can see, it does take quite a bit of practice, but we get quite a good shot of the fish being reeled in.
Well, that is the biggest tench yet. What is it, Isaac? What's it weigh?
£6 something.
Yeah,
God.
Slide down into the water.
Easy. It's got beautiful eyes.
End of our fishing trip, and we're on our way home, and we're just having a nice curry.
Roosevelt and Fleming.
Nice.
Well, finally, it's 8:30 and we are home from our carp, catfish and tench fishing video. We hope you enjoy it, and we'll see you all again next time.